Have you ever thought, what is the heaviest thing in life? Not money, not relationships, and not even burdens. The heaviest thing is what is in your hands, but belongs to someone else. There was a small village, hidden behind mountains, where even the morning light arrived late. In that village lived a girl, Zara. Zara was 19 years old. Her eyes were sharp with thoughts. Her hands were made for hard work. And her heart carried a dream that one day she would go to the city, study, and make something of herself. But the people of the village used to say, "Zara, you are a girl. Your place is at home. Zara, your father achieved nothing. What will you do? Zara, dreams are for those who have time. You don't." And Zara kept listening. Every day, again and again. Slowly, she started believing it. At the edge of the village lived an old man. People called him Uncle Roshan. He didn't sell anything. He didn't ask for anything. He simply had an old garden where he sat alone every morning. One day, Zara went to him, tears in her eyes, a heavy heart. She said, "Uncle, I feel like I can't do anything. Everyone says I will fail, and now I have started believing it too." Uncle Roshan looked at her, smiled gently, and said nothing. He stood up, went inside, and came back with 2 empty clay pots. He handed both pots to Zara and said, "Come with me." They walked outside the village on a rough path toward a stream. Uncle Roshan said, "Fill both pots with water and bring them back." Zara did as told. She filled both pots and started walking back. But on the way, she noticed something. One of the pots had a crack. By the time she reached back, half the water had leaked out. She felt ashamed. "Uncle, I'm sorry. That pot was broken. I couldn't bring the full water." Uncle Roshan laughed softly, then said, "That pot has been broken from the beginning, and I use it every day." Zara was confused. He continued, "Did you notice anything on the way back?" Zara thought for a moment. Yes, there were beautiful flowers growing on one side. Uncle Roshan smiled and said, "Those flowers exist because of that broken pot. The water you spilled on the way gave them life. Son, being broken is not weakness. Being broken is just another way of giving." Tears filled Zara's eyes, but this time they were different. They were relief. For the first time, she thought, maybe my flaws are not my weakness. Maybe they are my identity. That day, she stopped thinking she was less. Zara moved to the city. She worked hard. She failed. She stood up. She failed again. She stood up again. But now, whenever people said, "You can't do it," Zara would smile and say, "I know I am broken, but even broken pots create something beautiful." 3 years later, Zara became a school teacher for children in her own village. She built a small school with her own hands, painted the walls herself, and at the entrance, she wrote a line. "Every broken soul can still become a light." On the first day of school, a child entered. Zara froze. It was the same boy who had once said to her, "What can a girl even do by studying?" It was her younger brother. His eyes were filled with guilt. He said softly, "Sister, I was wrong." Zara placed her hand on his head, and said, "No, you were just afraid, like I was." But being afraid and stopping are two different things. That night, news spread in the village. But no one cried loudly, because everyone knew he was still alive in every flower that bloomed from spilled water, in every child studying in Zara's school, and in every person who now believed their weakness had meaning. And you, who are listening right now, maybe you also have a broken pot. Maybe your dream feels incomplete. Maybe people told you you can't do it. But remember, broken pots still grow flowers along the path. Just keep walking